Salam Israel. It's Priest and Officer Yeshaya, filling in for Priest and Officer Habana. Today is the Wednesday night law class. We're gonna go over some fundamental things today. Things that you've already heard. That just needs to be brushed up on. Because we get people that watch our classes all the time. We get people that ask questions, but they have to understand the milk before they can try to understand something very heavy. So we're gonna get into some old things. I know you probably heard it before. There's nothing new under the sun. Well, let me show you in these scriptures. You know, so let me show you real quick, man. Right here in these scriptures. And another thing is, man, like our people, they really need to hear this because this is for them. This is their wisdom according to the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes us a great nation. Is getting back to who we are, who we supposed to be as a people, man. Instead of just following after our own ways and trying to be who we want to be. There's laws to live and abide by on this earth, man. Let me get that. Yeah, man, I'm trying to find the scripture. All right, here you go. So we're gonna kick it off with the book of Ecclesiastes. So the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. So there's nothing new under the sun. The same things that's going on today was going on back in the day, way back in the day, 2,000 years ago. And this Bible right here is a history book. A lot of people think that the Bible is a book that you just take and self meditate, and self motivate. They think you take this book and you build yourself off this book. Well, it's true, but this book right here has laws. You know what I'm saying? This book is a book about laws. The Lord our God gave Moses the commandments and told Moses to command the people. We're gonna get into it. But yeah, there's no new thing under the sun. People was worshiping golden calves back then. People are worshiping cocaine now and weed and making money their God. You know what I'm saying? That oppressor on the dollar bill is their God. That Caesar Borgia in the Christian church, that impostor, that's their God. That's who they looking up to. So there's no new thing under the sun. Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of old time, which was before us. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't nothing new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Us kicking these scriptures, being priests, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing new under the sun. But now is the time for us to perfect, keeping these laws and commandments under the Most High. We have this grace period, and we need to take this grace period and really become perfect. Christ didn't die for us to not keep the law and do whatever we want to do. Go out here and get tattoos and smoke all the weed. Sell all the drugs, flip all the packs. And destroy your neighborhood just so you can be the top dog. Christ didn't die for that. Christ died for us so we can be perfect. That's what these laws do. According to God's laws, when you keep these laws in the eyes of the Most High, you are perfect. That's what it means to be perfect. Not getting the perfect edge up, looking good. Nah, that's not what it means to be perfect. I'm gonna dive in the next scripture real quick. We're going to Romans, the 15th chapter. Almost there. All right, the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So, a lot of people like to say, well, that's old. The scriptures are old. That was before. The same thing going on nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that happened before is happening again. Sodom and Gomorrah is back on the face of the earth. Homosexuality is running rapid again on the earth. And a lot of people like to say, well, the Bible old. You know, I don't believe in the Bible. You can't believe everything in the Bible. This Bible right here, these records, you know what I'm saying? These records were written for our learning, for our understanding. So we can read these records and say, okay, that happened before. Let us not do that again. You know, that's not what we need to be teaching the children, you know, or we can't say, well, that's you a grown man, you do what you want to do. Nah, I didn't raise you to be a homosexual. I didn't raise you to be a dope boy. I didn't raise you to shoot up the block. You know, I didn't raise my children to be like that. Cause now what example are you setting for the next generation? You know, so these scriptures right here, keeping these commandments, you know, and reading about how we moved as a people before and the mistakes we made before, you know what I'm saying? This is for our learning. This is for us to look at and learn and say, okay, we're not making the same mistake twice. You know, let's be perfect now. That's why Christ died for us, so we can have a second chance at being perfect. You know, like I'm gonna go ahead and get into Deuteronomy. You know, I love going to Deuteronomy because it's just so it's so right in your face. You know, it's like how can you bob and weave that? You know, go to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. You know, Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Now, come on now. Who don't want to be above all nations on the face of the earth? You know what I'm saying? Only people that got a problem with rulership and authority is black people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they think they think that they can do it by themselves. They let pride take over take over their judgment. You know, a black man think that, oh, I get a job, I can make it out the house, I can make it out the hood, I can do this, that, and the third. Well, now he's not thinking about his people. Now he's not thinking about his neighbor that's suffering the same way he's suffering. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the same neighborhood issue, community issues that he's dealing with. You know, somebody trying to run in his pockets, take his money, trying to rob him. You know, somebody breaking into his car. You know, instead of saying, well, we can fix this. You say, nah, niggas this and niggas that. Instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna forgive him like Christ forgave us before. You know, and confront that brother. You know, and really deal with him. Instead of doing that, you might save your brother. He might was trying to feed his family. You know, ain't no telling what kind of atrocities he's dealing with. You know, what kind of troubled times he's going through that make him do those things. You know, instead of saying, let me try to fix this so it won't happen again. You rather say, well, I'm gonna make it out the hood, and I'm gonna be on. At least I'm good. At least I'm straight. You know, instead of coming back and keeping the drugs out the community. You know, instead of letting this keep going on. You know, letting the mollies roll in. You know, letting the pills come into the community. You know, everybody smoking weed. You know, it's a popular thing, popular by demand. Now we got CBD shops around all around Houston now. You know, it's crazy, man. So yeah, I'm gonna read one more time, man. Get right back on it. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So that's what we need to do. If we want to be on top of all nations on the face of the earth, like right now we at the bottom. Chinese people got businesses in our communities. You know, Arabs got businesses in our communities. Africans have businesses in our communities. So what we need to do, in order for us to start running our own communities and having our own businesses, you know what I'm saying, and be self-regulated as a people, we need to keep these commandments. That's the only way that we will come up as a people, you know, and it's law. It's the law right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm read one more in Deuteronomy. Then we're gonna keep rocking and rolling. So this Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Of course, man, it's self-explanatory. We getting shot all the time. We on government assistance. It's hard for us to go out there and have a business and get our own people to support it. We are cursed because we're not keeping these commandments. Well, what are the commandments? Let me get one commandment real quick. Just real quick. Mm, this is one commandment right here. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his sons, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. What is this saying? This is saying don't give your children to the other nations. You know, your your black daughter is supposed to marry someone in her nation, within her nation. Your son is supposed to marry someone within his nation. We ain't supposed to be giving, marrying white people. We ain't supposed to be marrying no Arabs. We ain't supposed to be marrying no Chinese. What do we have in common with them? Nothing at all. Now, see, the problem is we go to the colleges with them and get to thinking that, oh, okay, well, maybe we can mingle with them and talk to them just because they cool, just because they got nice technology and stuff like this or whatever. You probably deep down inside probably feel like they're better than you because of the opportunities that they had, to grow up, how they grew up. They grew up different from you. They had both parents in the household. Their mind is a little bit more clearer. The things that they say and that they do is more clean. It's more pure. That's probably why you want to mingle with them and be with them because of how they was raised. Well, bump that. We don't have nothing in common with them. You need to be trying to get with somebody in of this nation right here and build with them. Fix that person up. Be the example. Be the display of what black love should be. You know what I'm saying? Look like that. You want a young couple to say, look at that couple right there. Like they got it going on. All the madness that's going on. This giving me a little hope. You know what I'm saying? A young man might be, he's 16, 17, going out here with his girl or something, and he happened to find one good one, and she mounting off and going off and this and that, and he just see a black couple, doing their thing, rocking it out. He just, that give me that maybe it's worth it, So yeah, I'm back on topic though. Yeah, I'm gonna keep rocking on this real quick. Verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. Now, King Solomon, that was one fault that he had. One fault, a major fault that he had. He started marrying women of other nations. At the time, he was the wisest man on the face of the earth, documented in history until Christ came. And his fault was because he married other women of other nations. They turned his heart away from serving the Lord. He made altars for other gods. He started serving other gods. Like a black man get with a Chinese woman. Guess what? He Buddha now. He all for Buddha now, man. Some fat Asian rubbing his stomach. You know what I'm saying? Or he get with an African girl. He into voodoo and stuff now. You know, and he walk around talking about some click language. He my buddy, my friend, you know, he clicking and stuff now because he got with somebody outside of his nation. The Lord say don't give your son, don't make marriages with their daughters, the other nation daughters, because they will turn their heart, they'll turn your son heart to following other gods, man. So that's just one. Quite simple, man. It's a bunch. It's many, man. Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Now, America was famous. A famous line in America is, "All men are created equal." Well, what was that in slavery? You know, if you claim to be American and you think that every man was created equal, well, tell me today why black men are getting shot, gunned down in the street, and the cops that's killing them getting paid vacations, man. Check it out. Like what was his name? bought them jeans, right? Bought them jeans. Black man that got killed, and his family under the Stockholm syndrome. They get up and go and hug the murderer. And the judge get up, a black judge. Get up and go hug the murderer. The cop was white. The cop was white. They get up and go hug him. You know what I'm saying? That, still just giving them the upper hand, man. This man was in his apartment eating ice cream, chilling. Get his door kicked in, and he gets shot and killed. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But where's the equality in that? Where's the equality in that, man? I know guys that got way more years than what I'm saying. Just just for a petty car, stealing cars. They get 15, 20 years for stealing cars. Well, it's your third offense. We gonna hit you with 20 years now since you want to steal cars. Well, it's a murderer. She's supposed to be looking at 75, 75 years. After 30 years, maybe she might get parole. That's how she was supposed to get judged. 10 years, come on. She probably do 3 and get let off the hook, man. Come on, that is no equality, man. The Lord chose us to be a special people unto himself. He gave us these commandments. He told us to keep these commandments, man. And he gonna put us above all the nations on the face of the earth. But you just want to rock and roll with America. You love America. You just gotta celebrate Thanksgiving, man. Celebrate Christmas. You just gotta fit in with America. And the Lord, he say, be a special people unto him, man. Be separate. Now let me go ahead and keep it moving. We're gonna jump into Joshua, the book of Joshua, chapter 1. Yeah, book of Joshua, chapter 1. All right, so this is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9. Have I not commanded thee, be strong and of good courage? I'm gonna take it back to verse verse 8. Yeah, verse 8. This is the book of the law. This is the book of the law shall not depart out of my mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. You know what I'm saying? Just what I was saying earlier, like without keeping these commandments, we are commanded to love one another as we love ourselves, man. So if you out here hating your brother, if you don't want nothing to do with him, you're breaking the commandment of God. You know what I'm saying? How can you come up there? How can you call yourself great? How can you have good success if you taking all this money and you just using it for yourself? Like ball players and basketball players, basketball players, football players, rappers, entertainers, they get all this money. They say they make it, and then they make songs about shooting niggas, killing niggas. You know, saying when they ask about their community, well, how you feel about things going on in your, well, I ain't over there, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Well, I didn't came up out of this, it was a hard situation and this and that. But why you ain't saying like, well, I should do something about it? You're not saying I should do something about it. You're really making a mockery out of where you came from. If you're not saying I should do something about it or doing something about it, then you just got all that money for vain, for vanity. You know, that's oh, you want to add? Right, right, right. And it's all systematic. I mean, that's a heavy point that you brought out because guess what? They put the drugs and the guns in our community, and they got a system. You know what I'm saying? For if you get caught with all that, you get caught doing your wickedness, then you going to the penitentiary. or some certain few that do make it go to college, and get their little money and stuff going or whatever. They got a career, whatever. Well, they got to pay back student loans. so so that money going right back to the oppressor. They can't invest in no food truck or something like that where they can get the money. Then actually have go from a food truck to a restaurant, and then use their restaurant money to help build the houses. Or set up programs where let people that's less fortunate can have back to school clothes and stuff like that. They ain't thinking like that, man. That's not what they're able to do when they become successful. So it's just we living in hell. Put it like that. We living in hell, man. So to make a long story short, we are living in hell. But yeah, actually, I wanted to go to a scripture before I pull that one. Well, I'm gonna go to it now. So this is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 18. Whosoever he be that doeth rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken to thy word in all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of a good courage. So, man, if 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 you was around in the time where Moses was commanding the people, or Joshua, when Joshua was in charge of Israel, and you wasn't keeping the commandments, man, you was supposed to be put to death. Your head was supposed to be chopped off. And guess what? It's getting back to a point, man, where it's gonna be like that when Christ returned. That's what I really wanted to say. To put it in better words, now when Christ returned, he say, bring him hither and slay him before me. If you ain't gonna serve Christ, then you say, I ain't serving him. You gonna say you ain't gonna keep the commandments, and you getting slayed, man. You know what I'm saying? So why let it get all the way to that point? Why not just start being perfect now? That's what we are doing right now here in the I.S.U.P.K. We are practicing heaven on earth. That's what we're doing. We're practicing because heaven is on earth, and we're rehearsing the righteous acts. So when Christ come back to restore His kingdom, and if you don't want to serve Him, you say, "Nah, I like pork. I still want to eat pork." You know, off with his head. You know, you would be put to death for not keeping the commandments, man. And it's only right when Christ return and He get an order to do it. That's what's gonna happen, man. That's how it's gonna go down. Oh, you got another point? Hmm. Right, right. Let me. Yeah. Then that blood is on your hand, and then and this crazy. This what it is with our people. Like some people, I like they say, like the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. I talked to this Jake the other day, man, a Judite. I was telling, we was talking about women. You know how Judites like to chop it up about women, and I was telling him because he brought out how if a woman had a man, he would still do his thing with her, but not deal with her. Like, oh yeah, if she throwing it at me, then I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna do my thing, but that ain't my woman. And I'm like, I started hitting it off. So I'm finna wash him. I'm washing him up. Nah, man, see, now that ain't right. I got him to confess that it wasn't right. And he was like, but you look, that's just me though. I know it ain't right. I know it ain't right, but that's me though. I'm like, so you mean to tell me you a wicked bastard? That's what you saying? And he like, yeah. And then that's when it just like I understood how men like that or people like that deserves death, man. Like they deserve to get their head cut off because it's like, okay, if me and you boys, you know what I'm saying, we talk about everything. That's cool, and that's cool. But it get to a point like this, you know what I'm saying? What if I invite you over one day and you trying to knock my woman off? You know what I'm saying? Like we cool. Now I'm like, okay, now that ain't right now. Or what if it's like a man deep inside, he choose to do that. He choose to do that, but he won't let it be known. He won't let it be known, and then and just grow to a further extent. That's why that has to be cut off the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? When Christ returned, debt to men like that. And then you know it's wrong. That's the thing. You know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I pray that brother turn around, man, and step foot in I.S.U.P.K and become a new man. Because that right there, he's teaching somebody how to die. What if he has sons? I don't know if he has kids or not. What if he have a son and he tell his son that, and like, well, son, if she throwing it at you, but she got a man, pops. Oh well, hey, that ain't your woman though. Do your thing with her. What if his son get in a situation like that and get his head blowed off? He signed his son up for the chopping block. He put him on the guillotine. Now, got his head cut off. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? So no, that I just had to bring that point out. You know, Salakia for tarrying on that point. But I'm finna go ahead and keep it rocking and rolling. I'm gonna go back to that scripture I read before. Chapter 1. I'm gonna start at verse 7. Yeah, verse 7. Now, verse 6. I'm gonna start at verse 6. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide an inheritance the land, which I swear unto their fathers to give them. Verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper with whithersoever thou goest. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of on the point what I was just talking about. Like, he know what's right, but he still rather go to the left. He know that it's wrong to sleep with a married woman. He knows it's wrong if a woman got a man, he shouldn't be dealing with her at all. He shouldn't be, hey, what's your favorite color? This and that, what you got on today? You coming by? Nah, he shouldn't be doing all that, man. He should be, hey, how you doing? Good day. See you later. Bye. That's how it's supposed to be. But he rather get curious and find his time where he can have his time with her. That's crazy, man. He turned to the left. So when you like I understand why a lot of people are like that, because that's what's presented to them in the Christian church. Like the Christian church, you go there and you try to find the Lord. And these people, you got all kind of wickedness going on in the Christian church, man. You got the pastor sleeping with all kind of married women in the church. You know what I'm saying? You got all kind of young girls being fast up in there. Getting I ain't gonna even say that, but you know what I'm saying, getting down, getting fast, quick. You know, all kind of drama. So you go to Christian church and you get conditioned to go left automatically. You think it's okay to sleep with your brother's wife now. You think it's okay. Oh, just say I'm forgiven, and it works like that. You know what I'm saying? You think it's okay to to not keep the law completely, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get further on it. We're gonna get further on it, man. Now I'm getting vexed now. I gotta see this cat again. I don't know what I'm gonna tell him. I probably wash him up. Go to camp on him real quick, huh? So let's start at 5. So I'm back. I'm still in the book of Joshua, chapter 5, verse 8. And it came to pass. Wait, let me see. Verse 8. And it came to pass. Okay. The book of Joshua, chapter 5, verse 8. And it came to pass when they had done circumcising all the people that abode in their places in the camp, so they were whole. Verse 9. And the Lord said unto Joshua, This day have I rolled away the reproach from Egypt from off you. Wherefore the name of this place is called Gilgal, Gilgal, Gilgal unto this day. So, okay, like I was saying earlier, I'll use that situation for explanation. So, like, you leave the world and you start coming to keep the law. You know, you got understanding. You know, what you do is you join the I.S.U.P.K. You do your 90 days and you get circumcised. Circumcision, this spiritual circumcision is cutting off that, the concepts of the world, like all that all the filth, like thinking you can sleep with another man, woman, and get away with it. Eating shrimp, crab, lobster, pork. You putting that away. You know what I'm saying? You're being circumcised now. You know what I'm saying? So what you need to do, if you somebody that can understand what's being brought out today in the law class, you know what I'm saying? Continue to watch these videos, man. Contact the camp leader of Houston. Get his number. You know what I'm saying? And do your 90 days, man. Cause you turn it to the left and the right when you out there in the world, man. You ain't keeping the law. You ain't keeping the commandments. You're headed for destruction. You just you keep going to the Christian church if you want to, man. So I guess I'm off that, man. I'm off that. So I'm gonna kick something else to you. I'm gonna kick something else to you. Cause a lot of people, if they like say they watching the video now, I kick them something that they can understand. So what is sin? The definition of sin. So if they don't know the definition of sin, I mean, okay, I give you the definition of sin according to the Bible. So a lot of people don't know. They'll say, "Oh, wrongdoing." They'll say, "Cussing is a sin." Like profanity. They think profanity saying damn or hell. I ain't gonna say that, but they think saying bitch is a sin, when that's actually not a sin. You know, the definition of sin is directly in the Bible, 1 John chapter 3, verse 4, and it reads, "Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." So, law class definition of sin right here in the Bible, transgressing the law. So, like a law is to make sure you be at the high holy days. The high holy days. Keep them throughout the generations. So if you celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas, it don't say to celebrate that in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? You are transgressing the law. The Bible do say keep Hanukkah, keep Passover, keep the feast of unleavened bread. If you're not keeping that, you're sinning, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's simply put. That's simply. I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna kind of expand on a little bit more, just for like the average Jake or somebody that's like they they need to hear it more than once to click. Book of 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So you going against the law, you are sinning. Give me a law, wrong. Give me a law. Thou shalt not commit adultery. I guess that's the main topic tonight. Thou shalt not commit adultery. So what is adultery? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that's true enough. See, okay, now, all right, and I'm glad you said that, because okay, when we say wife, like we mean that if a man is sleeping with a woman, that's his wife. Woman, that's your husband. According to the Bible, according to God's eyes, that's what the Lord, our God, that's what He recognizes as marriage, not some ring. Where does it say have a ceremony, put a ring on a finger? Where does it say that in the Bible? It does not say that in the Bible. It doesn't say you have to put a ring on your woman's finger for y'all to be married. What does the ring do? A ring is a vain thing, right? What is a ring? Just because she has a ring on the finger, that means she's yours. Nah, because you are when you this is for teacher purposes. When you are inside of her, she is yours. So that's what the Lord He sees as marriage. But of course, Our people like to run off for America laws, you know. Oh, you gotta do it. You gotta do it legally. Well, wait a minute. I gotta do it legally. You mean to tell me I gotta go to the oppressor, the people that stole the land, set up and killed Native Indians, made us slaves, and set their own society up on this land. I got you mean to tell me I got according to how I deal with my woman, it's got to be off of their laws? Nah, you negative. You know, nah. I'm doing it with what the Bible says, man. It don't say that in the Bible. It don't say put a ring on a woman's finger in the Bible. So adultery is when a married woman sleeps with a man that's not her husband. You know, and also when a man Wait, yeah, when a man sleeps, I said it right, didn't I? A man sleeps with a married woman. Yeah, I said that right. So if you walk up to today terms, you walk up to a female, you be like, "Hello, my name is Randy. You looking beautiful today. What's your name?" She says, "My name is Ashley." Okay, Ashley, do you have a man? Yeah, I got a man. You ain't getting the number. You know what I'm saying? Leave her alone. Let her keep going away. Oh, you take care. You know, you just leave her alone then. You know, start looking for a way out if you're already talking to her. And, oh, look at the time. I gotta go. It's nice meeting you, Ashley. You know, and keep it moving, keep it stepping. Don't try to find some kind of way around it, because you might be thinking you scoring. You might catch her at a time where she might be feeling low with her husband. You know, like yeah, well he don't treat me right. He don't this and that. You know how women like to get. You know, they get all emotional and stuff. And then you be like, well, you know what? I see this is the end of their relationship, and you slide up in it, and guess what? Now you got VD. Now you got AIDS. Now you know you got something you can't shake back from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to help my people out. You know, I'm trying to give them some understanding because these are common things that's still happening in our community. You know, and this is the law class, so it's the perfect time to bring it out. So read it one more time again. It's the third time I'll be reading it. The book of First John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So if you watching this, if you a new viewer, just go ahead and write down First John 3 and 4. This is the definition of sin. All right, keep it moving, rock and rolling. Yeah, so now let's be on the topic. Book of First John chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. Verse 4. He that said, I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Officer Ron, what is this talking about? Hmm. What that sound like to you? There you go. This is a Christian. Oh, I love the Lord. The Lord know my heart. The Lord know my. I love him. And we got a personal relationship. You know, that's what Christians love to say. And then you ask them, well, how you know the Lord? You know, I want to know the Lord too. How do you know the Lord? Oh, well, he know my heart. And this, oh, so that's what you're trying to confess. Well, we know, I know the Lord because I keep His commandments. You know, I know that's how I know He's my Father because I keep His commandments. Like your father, he tell you to do something, you don't want to do it, you getting your behind whooped. That's simple. We say that all the time. That's the perfect way to put it. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, don't do this. Don't put your hand on that stove. The stove is hot. You put your hand on the stove anyway, and your fingers messed up for like 3 weeks now. You know? You say, okay, don't eat. You don't need to eat that. Leave that alone. Eat that now. You're throwing up now. You know what I'm saying? So we know our Father because we keep His commandments. You know what I'm saying? These Christians, what commandments do you keep besides paying tithes? That's the only thing that you do. You like to say the law is done away with. What are and you pay tithes? You know, and if the law is done away with, you mean to tell me I can go rob somebody now? Yeah, I can go kill somebody. You know, I can make another god. That's what you're saying now. Nah, so the law ain't done away with, man. You supposed to be keeping these commandments. And it's like I brought out before, like I brought out earlier. if you ain't keeping these commandments, it's gonna be a time where you're gonna be put to death. When Christ return, and he jump off that chariot, man, and say, okay, bring him before me. If he don't wanna keep these commandments, if he don't wanna serve me and keep these commandments, then cut his head off. Slay him before me, man. That's gonna be gross. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be terrible right there. But we here to warn you, we here to teach you while there's still time. I'm gonna read a little bit further. No, that's right. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna read verse 4 again. He that said, I know him and keep it not his commandments is a liar. So if you saying you know the Lord and you ain't keeping his commandments, man, you know, like Christ said, he say, depart from me, I never knew you. That's what he gonna tell you. He gonna say, Lord, I believe you in you the whole time. Oh, you don't remember me? Oh, didn't I cast out demons? Yeah. Yo, nah, you was up in there giving women orgasms. That's what you was doing. You wasn't casting out no demons. You know what I'm saying? You standing up there talking about some, oh, there's a blessing in here for somebody tonight. Yeah, that's what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about you casting out demons. Talking about these women catching the Holy Ghost. They foaming at the mouth, running around the church. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you Christian pastors, I'm talking directly to you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving though, man. Where we at? Ecclesiastes. There you go, right there. There you go. That's the one right there. So I'm gonna read out the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. So look, man, the Lord, you out here sinning. You out here saying, well, ain't nothing wrong with little catfish, nothing wrong with little pork. You out here saying, well, I you know what I'm saying? That ain't my woman. I just have my time, have my fun with it. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'm good. That's what you saying. But the Lord say he hates sinners. He say, I'm gonna read it again, man. That's a beautiful scripture. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Look, there's a day of punishment coming for you, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're trying to prevent. That's what we're telling you to do. We're telling you to turn from your sin. You know what I'm saying? To keep the law. Get in class. You know what I'm saying? Keep the Sabbath day. Keep the high holy days. We got a high holy day coming up. Fix dedication, man. It's finna be off the chain, man. You know what I'm saying? Now if you don't want death close to you, you should be celebrating these high holy days. You should be ready to parlay with us for the day for the feast of dedication. You should be ready to get down, man. We doing this for the Lord. It is not a boring day when you serve the Lord at all. I'm talking about you gonna get more wisdom than you ever had. You think that the Lord is a square. That's why you don't want to come and serve him. You think that, oh, they bunch of squares, I gotta keep these commandments. Man, these commandments are to save your life. You know, you put your trust and your hope and your faith and your belief in a pistol that might jam up on you, might backfire on you. Clip might just slide out on you. That's what you putting your hope and your trust and your faith in. Why not just try to put it into the Lord by keeping these commandments? And I bet things will change for you. I bet the Lord will make you a soldier. I bet the Lord will make you a priest. I bet the Lord will make you a prophet, man. But it got to be up to you, though. And the Lord don't want everybody. Simple enough. Got to be up to you. Get the Lord a try. Come celebrate the Feast of Hanukkah, man. Come get down with it. I'm going to read it one more time because we are trying to save our people, but our people just spit in our face all the time, man. Like that dude told me, he was like, I hear what you're saying, and that's right, that's right. But that's just me though. That boy told me flat out he was just a wicked bastard. I was like, well, damn. You know, it's like you hanging off a cliff. I'm trying to stick my hand out there and help you. He said, no, look. I know I'm hanging off a cliff, but I just want to drop and fall. Come on, man. That's crazy. I'm gonna read this one more time though. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. Look, there's a mighty day coming up for you, man. When when you putting your trust and your faith and everything you got, all your energy into a blunt and cigarette. You can't come into the truth because of a damn cigarette. You know you are the one that's killing yourself. It ain't the bills. It ain't because you stressed out. It's because you want to die. On the box it says will cause it causes cancer. It used to say it may cause cancer. Now it say it causes cancer, man. But you hate yourself. You hate yourself, man. You you slowly committing suicide. That's what you're doing. You love to suffer slowly. For what sake? For what? Just a little buzz? Come on now. There's gonna be one day you gonna be smoking a cigarette, and Most High Christ gonna come back in them chariots, man. Nuclear warfare gonna hit you, and you gonna be smoking. It's just gonna be a skeleton holding a cigarette, just gone. And a little scream gonna come out you. And you gonna feel every bit of that pain or that punishment. You know what I'm saying? That's what day is coming for you. That's what day you should be looking forward to. If you can understand, you know what I'm saying, that you should keep the law and you don't keep the law and you just do what you want to do. You don't you spit in the most high face. You know what I'm saying? You the one that's kicking Christ when he down. He didn't give you a second chance to live. You know what I'm saying? To get it right. To get it right. Died on a perfect man. Committed no sin. Died for us. Come on. That's love right there. There's no love in your heart, man, if you don't come into the I.S.U.P.K. Do your 90 days, man. You know, get your name, get you a new name, put away the wickedness of the earth. Now we understand that, some people been smoking for 30 years, 40 years. That's a tough addiction to get off. Well, if you come into the truth, slowly by slowly, you're gonna be putting them cigarettes down until you just don't want to touch it no more. Till you disgust it. Till you look at that cigarette like you putting a penis in your mouth. You're gonna be done with it. Till you looking at that pork like you eating a rattlesnake. Like, man, this is just disgusting. It's just poison. I can't do myself like this. Christ didn't die for you to slowly kill yourself, man. To just be a dirt bag. I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling. But yeah, one more time, man. I gotta do it one more time because this should scare you. This should truly scare you. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church don't bring out none of that. You want to go to the Christian church and love everybody and hug everybody. And what the pastor say? Reach over and grab your neighbor, hug your neighbor, tell him you love him. Man, come on, man. Don't nobody sweat all on me, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you was doing before you got to church. Might be unclean, touching all on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm read this one more time though. So it's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. So, man, you out here thinking that you do whatever you want, that, you keep selling packs, can't nobody whoop you. You the baddest in the jailhouse. You ain't scared of the big house. You a bad man, you tough too. The punishment that the Lord got for you, you ain't gonna like that one. I'm telling you now, it's gonna break you all the way down to an ant knee. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at now. I'm gonna go to Ecclesiasticus chapter. I think 10. Dang, I don't. Okay, I know where we at now. So yeah, man, if you got some good ears on your head, man, you can understand what we are bringing out, what we are doing. Here in the I.S.U.P.K. trying to save our people from hell. If you got a little hope, if you believe that much, do your 90 days, man. But it ain't gonna always be like coming into the truth. You gonna have you gonna have demon that's gonna be right there on post, waiting for you to try to be righteous. The Lord, he ain't gonna let you be, what I'm saying, a sucker and get the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't no square. You gotta get tested, man. You know what I'm saying? He gotta see if you're fit for the kingdom. You know what comes with being perfect, keeping all these commandments. The Lord, we brought it out earlier. The Lord will put you above all nations on the face of the earth. Meaning Christ will be the president. Put it like that, in terms like that you can understand. Christ, he gonna be the king. He gonna be running the earth. And if you keeping the commandments, if you know him, you're gonna be running the earth too. You're gonna be above all nations on the face of the earth. A big two-story house, nah, you gonna have something way better than that. You know what I'm saying? The scripture said it ain't even come in your mind what I got for you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing this for vanity. We doing it because it's the right thing to do, but there's rulership that as our reward. When Christ come back, they gonna be you gonna be getting your reward for being a wicked man or a wicked woman and a disgusting bastard, and we're gonna be getting our reward for being righteous. You know what I'm saying? And trying to help our people. We're gonna get crowns of gold. We're gonna get authority on the face of the earth. You know, I'm really like this though. If you trying to come into if you trying to come to this body, if you trying to prepare yourself for rulership, if you trying to prepare yourself to serve the Lord, this is what you need to hear right here. You can't be no simp. You can't be no weak man. Get ready to gird your loins. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. You know, you're gonna see people having the time of their life when you come into the truth. You're gonna put away the weed, all the lust and the vanity that you used to have. You're gonna be like, well, I'm done with all that. I got more understanding. You're heavier now because you're starting to keep the commandments than before. Now you got a little understanding. Now you have responsibilities now. You know, then you're gonna see your friends just living it up, doing it. I'm talking about doing it big. But once you become an officer like me, after you do your 90 days, and you spend some time in the truth, you're gonna start seeing people that's doing it big, winning, just start flopping, getting killed. Looking like drug addict. The true drug addict image is starting to come out of them now. They love smoking weed. Now they getting real skinny now. For some odd reason, why they getting so skinny? And now they got another addiction, popping pill. Damn, pill head. That ain't lost everything. Now they a foot soldier. They catching the bus. They don't even catch the bus. They walk from the south side of Houston to the north side. They gone now. And it could have been you. And it still probably can be you now. Because you out there in the world. It might fall on you. That hell, I pray that you come into the I.S.U.P.K. do your 90 days instead of going through that hell. Because now that your ears are open, now that you can hear, now that you can actually start serving the Lord, you know, this is a road many people don't come across. They don't come across this road. They don't get the opportunity or have the understanding that you have, and you listening to this class. You know what I'm saying? Then, then you deserve to have that hell on you. So I'm gonna keep reading, man. Start from the top and keep rocking. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically the lesson I was bringing out earlier. Keeping these commandments, but is you're gonna have to gird your loins, man. You're gonna have to stand firm for the Lord. You're gonna have to say, I'm done with that. I'm not living this lifestyle anymore. I don't care about the image that I give to my friends. I'd rather be righteous than lose my damn mind, or to follow what everybody else is doing. If everybody jumping off a cliff, you're gonna be the next man to jump off a cliff. You're gonna be the 460 man, 61 man to jump off the cliff with them. What the scripture say, broad is the way to destruction. Narrow is the way to life. That's what we are doing right now, man. We're living that narrow way. This is narrow. That's why I say don't look left or right. You gotta focus on being straight, and it's fun. We have fun all the time. We go to clubs. You know what I'm saying? We have our brotherhood. We celebrate these high holy days. We have cookouts. And I gotta say it. We got the baddest women on the planet in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We have virtuous women, man. You know what I'm saying? Our women, they're not average sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? You pay a dowry, you know what I'm saying, to get one of these sisters. If she wanna be with you. And she probably don't wanna be with somebody in the world that's that ain't fully grown, that's still thinking like a child. Still thinking like, well, I like this, I like that, I like this, I like that. Not thinking I have to take care of this, I have to take care of that. I have to protect this. I have to make sure this don't cross the line. I have to keep this balance. I have to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? She probably don't want no simp. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? For better words, put it like that. Man, the truth is it's not stale. It's not a boring day in here, man. I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling. I don't want to be no dead horse. I already laid it down. You know, verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. You know what I'm saying? Like you your parents, like say you're a young man or you a young man in the school now. Now you're a student and you trying to tell your family members the truth. Nah, eating pork is wrong. Nah, we ain't supposed to be celebrating Christmas, New Year's. What? Nah, dad, don't shave your face. You trying to tell them the truth. You trying to show them what the law say, and they, boy, you in the code. You in the code, but you crazy. We've been doing this for years and this and that tradition, carrying out this and whatever, and they looking at you crazy. Now they damn near ready to throw you out the house because you are being perfect now. The scriptures say, whatever is brought upon thee, take thee cheerfully. You supposed to be like, man, hey, now I know I'm on the right path now. Because if you want a crown on your head, you know what I'm saying? That's authority, man. You know what I'm saying? Christ went through the same thing. Christ went through the same thing. We are all going through the same thing right here in the I.S.U.P.K right now. You know what I'm saying? They think we're in a cult. They think we gang members. They think we a hate group. We get caught. It don't phase us though. We know what the Most High think of us. You know what I'm saying? They like, okay, they getting it together. They getting it together. You know what I'm saying? So hey, let me keep rocking and rolling, man. Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You know what I'm saying? So if you're acceptable, if the Lord say, okay, I accept him in this body, well, you're gonna get hit left and right, man. You might lose your job. You might lose your woman. You might your family forget about it. Forget about that. Family just gonna off top, just chew your head off. You know, but you gonna face some adversity, man. But guess what? You got brothers right here that will stand with you in that adversity, that are not cowards. We watch each other back, man. You know what I'm saying? You got a problem, you get some counseling. You know what I'm saying? You rock and roll. You'll be good. You know what I'm saying? As long as ain't nobody touch you, ain't nobody put no hands on you, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a different level to it. Because we will, take ground. We'll keep rocking and rolling though, man. Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Verse 7. Yea, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. You know what I'm saying? You gotta trust in the Lord, man. You trust in the Lord by keeping these commandments. I don't know how many times I gotta repeat it today. If I gotta repeat it 40,000 times, and so be it. But you trust in the Lord by keeping his commandments, man. That's why the scripture said, meditate day and night on these laws. You know what I'm saying? To be perfect. Simple enough. You know, don't look left or right. Don't what did it say? It say, yeah, what I'm saying? And go not aside. Don't go to the side. Don't go to when you in a low state. Don't go to the dope boys and be like, man, put me on this one time, this one last time. Because you're in a lower state, because you lost your job. Hey, go file for unemployment. You know, you know what I'm saying. You lost your job. Now you think it's the end of the world now. Oh man, it's over. How I'm gonna feed my kids now? Boy, go apply for unemployment and pick you a job at Mickey D's, man. You know what I'm saying? You feed you got a family to feed. Gotta take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't the end of the world. You know, I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling. Verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You know what I'm saying? You call upon the Lord, you start keeping the commandments, you start trusting in the Lord. Show in the scripture where somebody that was keeping the commandments, following the Lord, called on the Lord and he ain't come. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there for him, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, he gonna be there for you. You just gotta keep these commandments. You can't be a coward. You can't be afraid. Can't be afraid to go through something. You know what I'm saying? Well, a flower, a flower, it takes sunshine and rain. It takes stormy weather for that flower to grow too, for it to do what it needs to do. You know, so you're gonna have some rainy days. Just be prepared for it. How you prepare for it? Keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Do your 90 days getting to the school. I think I got one more scripture. Yep. So last scripture right here, and we're gonna get up out of here. Shout out to everybody watching online, new viewers. Like and share this video, and I would advise you to send it to some family members, close friends, somebody that really need to hear this word, hear the truth. Somebody that need to change their life around, cause for a wicked man, wicked woman, it's a day coming for them. Lord, he gonna pay them back. He gonna give them a cup that they ain't gonna like to drink. You know. All right, we go. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11. Because an evil sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So just because, like I was saying earlier, just because, like say, you sell a brick and you got the money and you start spending the money and you ain't get caught, or you didn't get taken down for that right away. You didn't get wrapped up in that right away. You choose you choose to think that that's the right way to go because you succeeded off of selling a brick, or you succeeded off of robbing somebody. You and your squad ran up on somebody, or shot somebody's car up. You think that's the way to go. You think, okay, I can continue to do this. You think you can further those actions because judgment wasn't executed speedily. We'll continue reading verse 12. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. So, of course, I mean somebody might be doing wicked their whole life, right? They might be doing wicked their whole life. I'm talking about pimping women, robbing men, selling all kind of drugs, doing all kind of drugs, being a bad influence for the next generation. They might be doing wicked their whole life, and the Lord see it, and He might one day choose to just cripple them, cripple them real bad, and then maybe they might turn away then, maybe they might turn away then. The Lord got that much mercy, man. You know what I'm saying? To He give you, and then it's like because you keep doing wicked and wicked, you have a chance to repent, man. You know what I'm saying? You have a chance to turn from it. Don't continue to be doing wickedness. Don't continue to do it because you got away with it. Just because you got away with it doesn't mean that it ain't coming back on you. You know what I'm saying? You might be pimping all these women, and next thing you know, you might square up. You might square up and getting a little suit and tie, saying that you gonna do good, you gonna be legit now, and you see your little sister is a whore now. Now you gotta live with that now. It's back on you. Or your daughter is a whore. I'm gonna rock with it though. Verse 13. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before God. So guess what? Even though a man is doing all that wickedness, man, that his conscience is still gonna be filled with, what I'm saying, the repercussions. He gonna know it's one day he gonna have to suffer those repercussions. He gonna have to see those things that he done before. The Lord, he gonna show it. He gonna make sure he don't forget it. He gonna make sure he don't forget his wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? And just because somebody doing wickedness and you know they haven't been judged immediately, you know what I'm saying? The Lord, he's gonna be with you because you being righteous. For you standing for righteous sake. He gonna be with you. You gonna have long days. You know what I'm saying? You keep these commandments and what I'm saying? You love your brothers, man. You start keeping these laws. Be somebody new. Hey, I'm priest and officer Yeshua with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA since 1969. And we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite camp. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you're not in the truth. And I want to say shalom to everybody that watched this class, that shared this class, you know what I'm saying, participating in this class. And we got the announcements coming up. So get in these classes, man. Through your 90 days, become an officer, become a soldier, and you start serving the Lord. Shalom. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out in 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rooms a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. But this is said of the world. If they need transportation, teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, YAHANNA, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. This is the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the Feast of Dedication, which is Hanukkah, the 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days, which is Friday, December 20th, 2019, for 8 days, out of the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 through 61. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. These are the security announcements.